Imagine standing perfectly still as a Tyrannosaurus Rex looms over you, thinking its vision is based solely on motion. You've been told this for decades, but you've been lied to. Today, we shatter the myths of the prehistoric world and reveal 5 things everyone believes about ancient giants that are completely wrong. Our timeline of understanding is shifting. For over a century, we viewed the Mesozoic as a static world of scaly monsters and tiny mammalian ghosts. But new 2026 data is revealing a biological renaissance, where the lines between the hunters and the hunted were far more complex than we ever imagined. First, the myth of limitless size. We often imagine Megalodon as a stocky, overweight great white, but 2025 research proves it was a slender, hydrodynamic master of the deep, stretching up to 24 meters, yet built for efficiency rather than raw bulk. Prehistoric size wasn't about being a monster, it was about the absolute edge of physics. Then there is the image of the scaly-only dinosaur. While the fluffy trend of the last decade was close, the truth is more nuanced. Adult giants like T-Rex were mostly scaly, retaining feathers only as elaborate displays for status and mating, a biological mullet that defined the kings of the Cretaceous. We believed mammals lived solely in the shadow of dinosaurs, small and hiding, but we were wrong. Fossils like Repenomamus show that Mesozoic mammals were actively preying on small dinosaurs. They weren't just waiting for an asteroid, they were competing for dominance in a two-way war for survival. The myth of the juvenile T-Rex has also fallen. For years, we thought smaller skeletons were just growing teenagers, but 2025 analysis of the dueling dinosaurs confirms that Nanotyrannus was a separate, lethal species entirely, proving the Cretaceous ecosystem supported a diverse guild of specialized killers. Reproduction and movement have their own mysteries. Pterosaurs, those iconic flying dinosaurs, were not dinosaurs at all. Their biology was unique. They didn't take off by jumping like birds, but used a massive pole vaulting motion with their forelimbs to launch their quarter-ton bodies into the sky. Estimating age was once guesswork, but spinal fusions and bone density scans in 2026 are showing us that these animals matured much faster than we thought. They lived hard, grew fast, and reached their titanic proportions in a fraction of the time we once predicted. Juvenile diet and hunting strategies were not just smaller versions of the adults. Younger predators occupied entirely different ecological niches, hunting faster, more agile prey, and ensuring that the Guild of Giants controlled every level of the prehistoric food web. Perhaps the biggest myth of all is the hunting technique of T-Rex. Far from being motion blind, its forward-facing eyes provided a binocular range wider than a modern hawk. It had some of the most sophisticated vision in history. It could see you from 4 miles away whether you were moving or not. Even the mechanics of the giants were pushed to the limit. Sauropods didn't just grow without consequence. Their size was limited by a biological ceiling. The pressure required to pump blood 30 feet into the air nearly caused heart failure in every giant that ever walked. They lived on the absolute edge of life. The idea of a single apex predator is a myth. The prehistoric world was a diverse predator guild. From the tiny terrestrial mammals to the specialized Nanotyrannus, survival was about finding a gap in the ecosystem that no one else could fill. It was a crowded, lethal world. Finally, the myth of the extinction shadow. We thought mammals waited for the asteroid to thrive. But the rise of flowering plants triggered a mammalian explosion millions of years earlier. We were already conquering the ground while the dinosaurs still ruled the sky. The asteroid didn't start our story, it just removed the competition. You can see the evidence of this shifted history in the Dueling Dinosaurs exhibit. It stands as a silent witness to a more complex prehistoric world, one where the rules of biology were being tested every single day. The past is not what you remember, it is far more incredible. The more we dig, the more we realize how little we truly knew. Which prehistoric myth should we debunk next? Comment below, like this video, and subscribe to Extinct Earth for more reconstructions of our planet's lost giants. I'm John, and I'll see you in the next reconstruction.